All right, John, you are absolutely right, and I can smell it. It's so fresh, and we love our food here, I tell you. We really do.
We do, and we're falling in love with your food. Liz Fowler of Savory Sweet Foods of Perrysburg. Thank you so much for coming back, Liz.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
Thank
It was
you.
fun. Thanks.
Yeah, well, we're gonna try to make this a regular thing because we really enjoy your cooking, and you were
good.
kind enough to share everything you're about to demonstrate here. We have the recipes online.
Yep.
And tell us the motivation here. It is football season,
Yeah,
right?
it's tailgating season. So the idea is to come up with, you know, all the different kind of fun appetizers while you're tailgating. So it's a little bit different, a little more unique and healthy version of typical fare you may have, and a little bit easier to eat than, you know, a big hot dog or a hamburger or something. It makes it a little bit easier to have the bite-sized pieces of things.
I love it. Let's get started
Okay.
here. We'll switch spaces with you
Yeah.
so you can cook.
All right, first
right.
up, we are making a chicken empanada with chili con queso dip. So it's very easy. A lot of the stuff is already kind of, I bought store-bought things that make it quick and easy and simple for you to kind of prep at home and then take with you to the tailgate. So I bought a rotisserie-style chicken, and so just shred it up real lightly. And then we're going to add in just about a cup of, I use Monterey Jack cheese, but you could also use like a pepper jack if you want it to be a little bit spicier.
All right.
Spice it up.
Yeah, I like
Especially around
spice,
like,
yeah.
you know, football, tailgating.
Yeah,
love the
especially
spice.
when it gets colder outside, you need the extra heat, right? This is a little bit of diced red bell pepper, scallions, and a little bit of jalapeno. And again, I seeded the jalapeno, but you could, again, leave the seeds in it, again, if you want more heat.
And that is where the heat comes from, right?
It
It's all in the
is.
seeds.
Yep, all the seeds and the little white like ribs in it. So those are where the heat source comes from.
No kidding.
And then this is just a little bit of cream cheese just to add a little bit more creaminess to it. So you just kind of stir that all together.
You know what I like about this is this seems like all the ingredients we could probably have already in our kitchen.
Exactly.
You could use leftover chicken too,
You
right?
absolutely could. Yep, whatever you have left over, and that's the idea of this one, to make it real simple, easy, and not complicated sort of meals. So just a little bit of salt and pepper, and then this is, again, a little cumin for a little smokiness to it.
Cumin. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't typically use cumin.
Yeah, it's a nice spice. It's a lot of kind of in Mexican flavored seasonings and things like that nature. So just adds a little smokiness, not heat, but just a little bit of smoky flavor to it.
Again, if that's how you pronounce it, I've never pronounced it correctly.
How have you
I
pronounced
said
it?
Cumin.
Cumin.
No, is it,
I've
what
heard
is,
that
it's
though,
cumin?
Well, I
I
guess
don't know.
potato, I don't know.
I don't know.
I
Oh
say
my
cumin,
goodness.
but yeah.
C-U-M-I-N.
All right, buy that.
Cumin,
Okay,
yeah.
all right, I like it.
All
You need
right.
some do-si-do back? Here we
Yeah,
go.
sure.
All right.
And then this has already been pre-made ahead of time. And then, so this is just a easy refrigerated pie dough crust. So I rolled it out, just already bought, and then I used a 3-inch biscuit cutter. But you could really use any size you wanted to. So if you want to make it a full-size, almost like calzone style, you could do that. I just thought it was fun with the smaller kind of appetizer size.
My
So-
mouth is watering.
Yeah.
by the way.
So you
really
only need just about a teaspoon in each one of these. You don't want to fill them up too much, because if you add too much, they won't close and they'll kind of explode in the oven on you. So then you just add a little bit of water around the side on each of these, and then just lightly roll them up and close to seal.
Can I you don't have to use the egg. I always, every single food show I watch, oh, you have to, you know,
Yeah,
brush it
just
with
a
the
little
egg.
bit,
So you
yeah.
can use water instead.
You can use water on the inside, and then I do use an egg wash on the outside. The egg is what it happens. It adds a little shine and helps them brown a little bit while you're baking them in the oven.
Okay.
So once you get them all folded up and add the water, you put in the oven for about 400 degrees for just about 10 to 12 minutes. And then, like I said, a little bit of egg wash on top. And then with the magic of TV, they are already finished here for us.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! And then this is the chili con queso dip. And again, all these recipes, like you mentioned, are on the blog on your website. And I will also put them on in mine as well. And if you don't want to use queso, you could use like a salsa or something like that as well. So just kind of different.
No, don't give people options, Liz. Come on.
Well, we're just giving a healthier version of it
Oh,
if you
that's
wanted
true.
to. So
That's
yeah.
true. Low-fat queso.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, can we talk about the steak? Because John
Yeah.
walked over here right before his weather and was salivating.
Right, and with good reason. Look
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah,
Look at
well,
it. What is
thanks.
it?
This is what I am calling steak bites with a Bloody Mary dipping sauce. So everyone needs a Bloody Mary in the morning in those early tailgating mornings. So I came up with the idea of making it as a dipping sauce instead, and adding the steak as kind of a fun, you know, a complement to it. So we use little skewers on the side, and you can have everyone just come over and kind of choose whatever one they want, and just kind of dip it in the sauce. And it's just a very simple. I use sirloin. You could use whatever cut of beef you would like, but just kind of simple seasoning, a little steak seasoning, and then the sauce has, you know, everything that you would think in a Bloody Mary. the Worcestershire, the horseradish, tomato sauce, a little bit of vodka, but when you cook it, you cook the whole thing, so you cook out the alcohol of it all. It just adds a little bit of the flavor to it all. So,
Michael?
These are, what?
I was going to say, are you going to dive in yet?
I am in a second. Before I stuff my face and can't talk, I want to get all the plugs in because you are at, and this is how I met you.
Yes.
Please, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, the Perrysburg Farmers Market. Yeah, it was great. There's only 3 more weeks, which is kind of sad because it's been so fun to be out and seeing everybody and coming up with new recipes each week. But I'm working on a couple other things to get into maybe some of the local grocery stores and different markets that way. And again, I will always be on my website and doing orders that way, and also catering and things of that nature too. So.
Great. I mean, and it's wonderful because the nice thing about the farmers market and the way it's set up now is you make all this wonderful gourmet food for us.
Exactly, yeah. So you don't have to
just
worry
eat it
about
up.
making anything. You come on right up. You don't need to pre-order if you don't want to, and just pick up lunch or dinner or whatever you're in the mood for the upcoming week. So
it's delicious. And in the meantime, if you want these particular recipes, you can go to northwestohio.com and search for Michael's blog. I put them on there. I also linked to Liz's website there. So everything you need to cook these amazing dishes
John.
are here.
We
John,
hear
come
you.
on over. Don't be shy. And thank you so much, Liz,
yeah,
for coming
thank
in
you.
again. We'll see you
Thanks.
soon.
Thank you.
All right, perfect. It is 6:27 here as we taste test. We're going to go to commercial, and Joe Galley has a story coming up next. All right, I have to get this one.
Yeah.